Imagine this. Two catastrophic plane crashes, just 48 hours apart. One, a commercial jet colliding mid-air with a military helicopter in Washington, D.C. The other, a private Learjet slamming into homes in Philadelphia, engulfing an entire neighborhood in flames. Two separate incidents, two different cities. But could there be a hidden connection? Because here's the thing. Aviation disasters aren't random. Every crash has a cause, a mechanical failure, a miscalculation, an anomaly. But when two deadly crashes happen this close together, you have to wonder, was this just a tragic coincidence? Or is there something much darker happening behind the scenes? Stick around till the end, because what we're about to uncover may change the way you see air travel forever. What we know so far. Let's break it down. Crash 1, Washington, D.C. On January 29th, 2025, an American Airlines passenger plane with 64 people on board collides with a US Army Black Hawk helicopter carrying 3 soldiers. The wreckage plunges into the water near Reagan National Airport. 67 people gone. Crash 2, Philadelphia. On January 31st, 2025, just 2 days later, a Learjet 55 takes off from the northeast Philadelphia airport. Within minutes, it plummets straight into a row of houses, turning the neighborhood into a war zone of fire and destruction. 2 deadly crashes. No clear explanations. Now, I don't know about you, but this doesn't sit right. Because here's where things get strange. The suspicious details authorities won't talk about both crashes are being investigated by the FAA and NTSB. But the details they've shared? Minimal. Almost as if they're stalling. And then there's the black box situation. The black boxes from both aircraft have been recovered, but extracting data? That's a long process, officials say. Too long. Historically, when crashes involve C-classified military aircraft, the data doesn't always make it to the public. Will this be another case of classified information disappearing? And what's even more bizarre, the FAA has now restricted helicopter traffic around Reagan National Airport. But why? If the cause of the crash isn't known yet, why change airspace regulations overnight? It's almost like they already know something they're not telling us. Conspiracy theories that make too much sense. With so many unanswered questions, theories are flooding in, and some of them make a little too much sense. Theory 1, was this a cyber attack? Modern aircraft are heavily dependent on fly-by-wire systems, which means if someone were to hack into them, they could remotely manipulate flight controls. We've seen reports of hacked avionics before, but what if someone or something targeted these flights? Theory 2, military exercise gone wrong? The Black Hawk helicopter was on a classified mission before colliding with the passenger plane. Could there have been an experimental military test happening that night? Did something go horribly wrong, and now there's a cover-up in motion? Theory 3, escalating geopolitical tensions. The world is more unstable than ever. China, Russia, the US. Tensions are high. Could these incidents be connected to a larger geopolitical event happening behind the scenes? Was someone sending a message? Each of these theories leads to more questions than answers. The cover-up. Are we being lied to? Here's the problem. Every time something this big happens, the truth is slow to come out. Officials give us just enough information to make us feel like we know what's going on, but not enough to ask the right questions. Why were there no distress calls before either crash? Why are authorities so vague about the details? Why did the FAA suddenly change airspace regulations immediately after the first crash? And let's not forget, black boxes don't lie, but will we ever hear what's on them? Because in the past, crash data has gone missing before. Will history repeat itself? The big question, what happens next? So here's where we stand. 2 crashes, no clear cause, a lot of unanswered questions. And this isn't over. The FAA and NTSB will release their reports, eventually. But will the findings be fully transparent or just another heavily redacted document? Will the media move on in a few days, like this never happened? Or is this just the beginning of something much bigger? That's where you come in. Do you think these crashes were just an eerie coincidence, or is something much more sinister happening? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe the official story, or do you think we're not being told the whole truth? And if you want to stay updated on real stories that go deeper than what the mainstream media tells us, make sure you subscribe to Lavish and turn on notifications. Because trust me, this story is far from over. Like this video, share it with your friends, and let's get the conversation started. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay aware,